After the disaster ratings of Dynamite and Collision, how could AEW bounce back with the 10th of July Dynamite edition? Well, let's get into it, guys. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. It is time to review this show. I love talking about wrestling. Definitely don't hate doing it, but I'm here anyway. So, yeah, you better enjoy it. But the Heart Foundation tournament culminates tonight. We've also got other jobber matches across the board. But a video package, MJF and his antics as shown last week. Right, Will Ospreay comes out, right? And see Will Ospreay, there's no substance to his promos. It is simply, he's just very vulgar, you know. It's prick that, dick this, and, left nut that, and, the guy's not very good. He has to, substitute swear words in because he's not educated enough to cut a promo. If you can't see the difference between Will Ospreay and MJF here cutting a promo, I don't know what to tell you, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that Will Ospreay's promo was horrendous and the worst one I've heard this week. There's been a lot of shit in the past week. But let's not pretend that this promo was any good. MJF's, though, on the other hand, was very good. Yes, it sucked the fact that it was pre-recorded, but I thought it was still pretty good. He says that people don't deserve the privilege of him being there. MJF claims he beat their top guys and that Ospreay's a flavour of the month. I've seen 10 years come the past decade, but I am a generational talent. And you're not getting MJF tonight, but next week you'll get me. It's just weird how MJF's like, yeah, you're not getting me tonight in Canada, but here, whoever we're wrestling next week, those jobbers can get me. Kind of makes no sense. But here, set up the match. I hope MJF wins. I'm not very hopeful though. Right, here we go. Owen Hart Cup match. Hangman Adam Page against Bryan Danielson. Jeff Jarrett is the special enforcer. I don't know what the gimmick is, right? With Jeff Jarrett, this guy should be here. I mean, why is he being used as a special enforcer? I get it. It's their logic of, well, it gets Jeff Jarrett involved with the Owen Hart tournament right at the end. That's all good, but the guy should be fucking competing to win it, not going in like the last 16. What is he? A jobber team in the Euros? A jobber team in the Copa America? Come on, sort it out. The match is good. It's alright. Yeah, like I say, I feel like with Daniel Bryan, as I've touched on in previous weeks, he's not a gymnast. I never really rated Bryan, but he can work a match. He's closer to the Benoit and Angle side of things than he is closer to, the jobbers of like Will Ospreay, etc., etc. The match is good. The match is okay, whatever you want to call it. There's blood, some decent spots in there. I thought Jeff Jarrett's acting, maybe not his acting, but his like 3 counts and 2 counts, just very slow and dragged out. It's like, why? I mean, maybe he was going for, I'm calling this match down the middle, even though you'd definitely rather Daniel Bryan win than Hangman Adam Page. A few scary bumps in the match when Daniel Bryan did a suicide dive, cracked the back of his head off the barricade. Didn't look good. The tape around his neck get ripped off as well. He wears that pretty much everything. But I mean, you're talking like a 20 odd minute match here. Dr. Martha Hart comes out after Daniel Bryan picks up the victory, may I add, and congratulates him on his win. Talks about, we're in the birth town of Owen Hart. And I don't know, something just doesn't sit right with me that this company's using Owen Hart's name. Like, I think it's just cheap. They're whipping this tournament out every year, and like there's nothing really to it. Is what it is. I know WWE, ambulances, shit like that. I get it. Anyway, Swerve Strickland comes out. This guy sucks, man. This guy can't cut a promo. He comes out. His coat costs probably, $5 million or something because Tony Khan's fucking retarded enough to pay it. And he says, they told me to join Blood and Guts Team Elite, but I am going to join Blood and Guts, but it's going to be Team AEW. And the crowd was dead. The crowd was flatter than Shayna Baszler's chest. It was just absolutely freaking dead. So, yeah, Swerve tells Daniel Bryan that he will see him at All In, and that'll be his final countdown. He also told Okada, thanks for the title, bitch. Well, he wanted him for the title. Anyway, alright, a new rap video from the Acclaimed, a diss track to the Elite. This was better than what they've been doing recently, because recently it's just been botches left, right, and centre, but it wasn't that good, man. Couldn't lay a fucking glove on John Cena. Not in a month of Sundays could they lay a glove on John Cena. John Cena's the man. And these guys, simply put, are not the man. They're not. They're really freaking not. They're just not cutting the mustard. We then had a Canadian Stampede street fight between Samoa Joe and Chris Jericho. This match was actually pretty fun. There was chaos, there was forklifts, there was, fucking weapons being used all around. The fact the match ended, though, with the referee stopping the match after Joe drove a forklift, it just sucks. Like, you don't want to see a street fight end like this. You don't like to see, Hell in a Cell's end, if you remember, with Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. I think that just sucks. I think we should definitely steer clear of that. But for whatever reason, the match ruined my goofy finish. It has to be said. It was a super, super goofy finish. But Jericho wins. There was legitimate concern from the fans. Alright. Joe then gets loaded into an ambulance and the learning tree waved goodbye to him. So, is that Samoa Joe injured? Who knows? Up next, we've got a Global Glory 4-way. Just 4 fucking jobbers. What do you mean, Fog Wrestling 4 jobbers? We've got Claudio Castagnoli and Pac in there. No. I am not buying that. We've got Tomohiro, Ishii, and Kyle Fletcher. Just more Diddy men. Diddy men across the board, doing nothing for me, doing nothing for you. Let's stop pretending that these guys are any bloody good, shall we? Pac wins. Fletcher attacked the fucking... Fletcher tapped it. I was wondering what that was. I thought that was a spider or something flying across my screen. Or in real life, but I think it was just a bird flying past and the light shone through. Anyway, enough about that. Pac, the bastard Pac. I have suffered many humiliating failures, and I will not be denied my Wembley moment. Not really a Geordie accent, but we'll deal with it. Renee then tries to get the Hangman Page at the back, then he storms into the Elite's locker room. Hangman says, I'll do it. Blood and guts, maybe. Who knows? Okada's like, what you say? Mercedes Moné comes out and she wants Calgary to celebrate with her. Shout out to the EVPs for the execution tonight, she says. Just a bit of a dead promo. I mean, Britt Baker come out, runs through security, and Baker upstages Mercedes Moné again. But I don't know, I just felt the promo last week was so much better than this. This was just a bit, it was like copy and paste, but everything about last week that sucked. Boom. Brandon Cutler gets battered backstage but by Darby Allin. Then he calls it the Elite for Dynamite 250. Dynamite 2, how mad's that, man? 250 episodes of this godforsaken shit. Will Nightingale is dressed in the I am not a nugget era Owen Hart attack. I loved that gimmick with Owen Hart, by the way. The whole Jason Sensation thing. I am not a nugget. This right here is what you call domination, right? Anyway, as for this match, this was the main event of the evening. Willow Nightingale taking on Maria May. They pointed out in commentary that this was actually her only her 20th match ever. Well, in the company, I believe. So I doubt she's had many matches outside the company. Mariah May is good. Should this match be an event? No. I'm sorry. I like Toni Storm, right? I think she's some of the best stuff going on AEW, but she's not even in the match. I mean, how is Daniel Bryan and Hangman Adam Page not main eventing here? This makes no sense. Like, the whole gimmick is you're supposed to you're attempting to get good ratings here, Tony, and I think this is like rating suicide. I do. I just don't understand why this would happen. I mean, the match is good. There's a bit of blood afterwards because guess what? Mariah May picks up the victory. But she batters Luther. She batters Storm. Lance Storm is absolutely ballooned. Lance Storm? Toni Storm? Jesus Christ. Lance Storm, he's not even here anymore, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, pretty big turn here from Mariah May. The rating won't be good though. I'd be shocked if the rating would be good. So yeah, we're getting Mariah May against Toni Storm. Good feud. I mean, if you look across the board, this is easily the best feud in the women's wrestling right now, obviously. Yet Rhea Ripley just came back. Let's see how her and Liv Morgan goes. But as of right now, it is only 4 matches on Dynamite. But yeah, the problem is it was only 4 matches, and it's not like the rest of it was segments. It was literally, it was literally 4 matches, sorry, with no segments because all the matches were quite long. So it is what it is, guys. I'll give Dynamite a 3. I thought it was alright. I mean, you're probably wondering, free, alright. Well, you must be new to this channel because I think the average today, well, not the average, I'd say the average for today's wrestling is about a 2 out of 10 across the board. And I think a 4 out of 10 is a pretty good show. You know, I believe we gave a Raw on the road to WrestleMania a 7 when The Rock left Cody bloody. That was some good shit. This, mediocre, pish.